Look at the disaster that is my room. I am in genuine disbelief. I'm in shock. I don't know how I've let it get this bad after I just cleaned it. Okay, this good thing is the Monday reset. I'm gonna start off with my least favorite task, and that is the washing. But it's something I've got to do every week now because there was a time when I didn't do my washing for months and then I just had this gigantic pile, so. This will have to go into a separate load, as will my blankets. That haul is coming in a second. This year I'm going to be an academic weapon. So yesterday I did go in to Big W with the sole intents and purposes to get some paint brushes because I'm going to paint some of my books. No, don't worry. I have a reason for why I'm doing it. It's because it was supposed to be sprayed edges and they weren't. So I'm like, fine, then I'll do it myself. I was supposed to only get these. Somehow this happened. And I was just like so motivated and I was like, I'm going to be an academic weapon. So I got these. Alright. This is wonderful because I have 4 uni courses and I also am doing a TAFE course. So there's 5 packet notebooks in here. That's wonderful. 4 for uni, 1 for TAFE. Okay, amazing. Then I have this. I've always wanted a whiteboard and it's a weekly one. And you can like say the weekly planner. So I feel like this is something fun we can do together. I'm really excited for this. But then I was like, oh wait, but what if I don't want that? So then I didn't know if I wanted this one instead. So I decided to get both. I was like, you know what, I'll just use both, whatever. And then I got this to like cart my things around in. Then I got this spiral notebook. Again, there's 5 things. Wonderful, because I've got 4 uni courses, 1 TAFE course. And then I have this. I don't know. I was thinking maybe when I'm thinking about planning for my assignments and stuff, this is something a little bit different. And then I have this. This is so if I have any like spare piece, like leaflets or anything. And also I want to print off my assignment schedule and like my weekly schedule for each of my courses, and then or maybe put them all together so then I know and, like when things are due and like what readings and stuff I have to do for each course and everything. And then I got this because I was like, wait, if I'm gonna have to paint things, I might need this. So yeah, what I'm gonna do now, and then this is the receipt, which I'm not gonna need. And then so what I'm gonna do now is basically just open everything, put it in this bag, and then put this bag in the bin because I just cleaned my entire room and I'm not gonna let everything be derailed. But yeah, that's my haul. I will become an academic weapon. So I feel like getting back into my exercise regime. So I'm going to start off very simply and we're just going to swim laps. Just lap after lap after lap until all the thoughts in my mind quiet down and I feel tired and exhausted. I don't know how much that's going to be, but it's going to be enough. I think. How long's left of my washing? Well, my first batch of like my clothes already out in the line. What's in there now is my blankets, which will also need to go out. I'm going to swim and I will have no judgment because I will be wearing a swimming cap, okay? Now the reason why I'm wearing a swimming cap, I do not like wearing swimming caps, I do not like wearing goggles, I do not like doing any of that, okay? Literally at swimming carnivals, people would be like to me, where are your goggles? And I'm like, I am not wearing those. And I also do not like wearing swimming caps, okay? When I did swim school, I had to. When I did like swimming lessons when younger, I hated it. I didn't like how it felt on my hand. But I have red hair, Okay, well, it's been a bit faded because it's been a while since I've got it done. But I have red hair, okay? And red hair fades so ridiculously fast if you are not careful with it. I swear, you could go in the sun and it faded. And I will be wearing that because even though parts of your hair still do get a little bit wet when you wear a swimming cap, it's nowhere near as much as if I'm just dunking my entire head in water. And I know this sounds bad, but previous summers before, I would always swim. As every single time I could, I'd swim. Even if it was grey and rainy, I'd still be swimming. But recently I have not been because I'm like, my hair, like getting my hair done is expensive. But I think I'm just going to not get my hair done, not worry about it until I think the end of summer, so I can just enjoy what's rest of the summer, whatever's the small part that's left of January, and then all that's rest of February, and just enjoy that and not worry about the hair. And then I'm thinking in March I can get my hair done. I'm thinking I can get that done. Just because it's like, I don't want to be worrying about it. Anyways, I'm gonna wear a swimming cap. Oh, it might also make me a bit more aerodynamic when I'm swimming. Yeah, that's what's on the agenda for today. And then I don't know if I'm gonna journal. I don't really want to journal, to be honest. I realized that what's best for me to journal is when I have things like I need to like journal about, like I'll just know. But right now I don't. And right now I'm just kind of sitting with my emotions and dealing with them and thinking about them before I want to like write them down, you know? That's just what I'm currently feeling the vibe is. It's also a little bit later, so the sun won't be as damaging, hopefully. Remember to always put on sunscreen, SPF 50, because the sun is dangerous and you don't want to get skin cancer and melanoma. I cannot swim as much or as fast as I used to, and it's kind of throwing me off, but I'm trying hard not to let that get inside my mind, because it's just like, well, it's just how it is, you know? You do something a lot and you get kind of used to how you do it, how fast you can do it, how long you can do it for, and then you stop for months, and then you try again and it's like, oh, I have one goal for this week, okay? And, okay, well, I have several goals for this week, but the goal that I'm going to actually try to do is finish Never by Jess Hastings. Finish this book here. Now, I'm having a little trouble with this. Now, the writing is beautiful, it's lyrical, it's poetic, there's so many lovely quotes. I do not like Peter Pan, and the whole entire thing with Jamison is weird. It's kind of like he's got this countdown thing until she turns 18, and I just find that stuff weird. It's weird. I don't like that. Now, with Peter Pan, he's horrible, okay? Now, I read the Magnolia Park series. I love the Magnolia Park series. Now, with the Magnolia Park series, there's BJ and Julian, and I just feel like there are some parallels, but I love Julian, okay? I love Julian so much. So I'm not talking about Julian here. Julian is not like Jamison in the sense of that weird creepiness, but BJ definitely is, with like how he flirts with the girls and the main character is just like, oh, and how he like does things with other girls and the main character is again like, oh, okay, so actually my heart has actually just been torn apart and ripped to shreds by you. And that's kind of like, I feel like I need another bookshelf. Sorry, sidetracked. But my goal is to get this book finished. Now, on Spotify, I'm actually really loving listening to it because I think the narrators are doing such a good job of it. In fact, normally narrators, their voices, sometimes it can make me lose focus with how they speak. But this is the first audiobook where I'm actually listening on one speed. Like, just how it's supposed to be. I'm listening on one speed because I love the voices, I love the inflections, and I'm not getting bored and my mind is not wandering. Whereas so many other narrators, my mind is wandering when they're talking and I'm just like, what? So I need to speed it up so I can like stay focused. But the audiobook is wonderful, so I'm going to continue listening to that. But hopefully by the end of this week, this book will be done, because I just want this book to be done and over with, so we can move on to like continuing Blue Sisters. But that's that. So yeah, I'm definitely going to get back into exercising this week. So I did some swimming. I might do some, running, some, at-home workouts and stuff. I refilled up this I'm gonna paint my nails now. I'm gonna paint in this blue color. I'm wearing my nice soft pajamas and then I'm gonna watch YouTube.
With time travel or dissociated on a delayed does with the English language feels like unachievable.
I fell asleep just then and it's now 7:49 and I'm disorientated. So I'm going to bring in my washing. I don't want to do a face mask, so I'm just gonna do this. I'm getting that weekly planner. The whiteboard was such a good idea because I have been thinking about this doctor's appointment for such a long time and thinking about like when I'm gonna book it, because I knew that I needed to like book it like around this time here. So I finally booked it. I have to leave soon to go see my doctor. I know I just really like going to the doctors, especially considering because I'm not sick. But yes, welcome to Tuesday, the 28th of January. Wow, the day's really just like slipping by. I'm actually so cold though. So that was like kind of basically last time I saw my doctor, she told me to come back. Like she wrote on my sheet that I should have come back on the 26th of January, which was like 2 days ago. Anyways, I couldn't because the doctor's was closed then. And it was also closed yesterday as well. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I booked in today. I came in today. I woke up, I scurried there. I also, you know, because that stupid nap yesterday, I had a terrible sleep. Anyways, I go in there and she's like to me, how's your cough? And I think she was flustered because there was like a student nurse in there, whatever. She was like, how's your cough? And I'm just like, yeah, the cough went away. And I was like, I think this is actually for blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh. And then she's like, you're not due for a review yet. And I was like, oh, because on my sheet you wrote that you wrote the exact day I needed to come back for the review. You wrote the exact day. And then she's like, oh, I don't know why I did that. And then she was like, I last saw you October. And then she's like, I wanted to see you in 3 months. So she's like, yeah. She's like, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I told you to come back. She's like, I'm not going to charge you for this. So slay. But I'm going to show you what she wrote on my thing because I'm like, she told me when to come back. So I did. And then apparently she's like, no, I don't know why. And at first she looked at me and I had to be like, you wrote on my sheet. See? See? What is this? I don't know. There should be, my calculations, there should be 3 books in here, but Dimix is sending all the ones separately. So I don't know. This is the first book. It's called The Girls. You live on a communal garden square where your children run free. You've known your neighbours for years and you trust them, implicitly. You think your children are safe, but are they really? Midsummer night and a girl is found unconscious in a dark corner of the garden. What happened to her and who was responsible? We have The Third Wife. London, 3 a.m. A tragic accident, then your life begins to fall apart. You think you have the perfect life, you're successful, attractive, well-liked, and you just got married for the 3rd time. But that's okay because everyone's happy, including your new wife. But she has a secret, and secrets have consequences, some of which can be devastating. I guess that the 3rd wife is actually the sibling of one of his first 2 wives coming back for revenge. That's my theory. Okay, and then the last book, and then, yeah, okay, so they did send the 3. I was like, hopefully they did send them all together and not like all separately. Because I already got the other book that they said I wasn't going to get for like ages. Same time next summer. On paper, Sam's life's on track. I think this is more like romance, contemporary kind of fiction. It's about this lady and rediscovering herself. It's got a cute cover though. So that's my book haul. Time to go swimming. Always remember sunscreen. Perhaps I do have another package. However, this is all from last week, okay? This is not me now. I'm now officially on a book buying ban. Officially now. How do I open this? I don't have something to open it with. Where are my keys? Do you reckon I can use this charger? No, because what if I wreck it? I'll just use my bare hands. Anyways, I think this is another like international order because again, it's like the aviation and goods. But apparently this is the Poppy War book. And okay, because I think it's very... It is. Never mind. It is. I'm sorry, I'm emotional. Look at this book. Have I read The Puppy Wall? No, but I've read Babel, and Babel is such a good book. Because Calabasas is coming out at the end of this year, and I'm like, well, I kind of want to read The Puppy Wall. And this was a series that I wanted to read. And then, by chance, I stumbled upon this edition. This is a collector's edition, I think. It's beautiful, and apparently it's illustrated. Stop! I'm going to burst. Stop! I'm going to burst into tears. Now, this story is fantasy, but like I know there's the main character. I'm pretty sure this is the main character where her periods annoy her, so she like cuts out her uterus. So like it's very intense, and apparently it's very like sad and intense. But I like books that are like that. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. That's cool. And I give up forever to touch you, cause I saw an illustration. This is the most beautiful book I've ever seen in my entire life, and I cannot wait to read this. Every other book I was in the middle of. Bye, I'm reading this now. This deserves its own reading vlog. I'm just gonna give this its own reading vlog. Normally I try to give books like a reading vlog of like everything together. No, this is getting its own one. Actually, now that I think about it, normally when I do reading vlogs, yeah, I try to do a few, but I think I'm just going to start just doing single books, maybe, and then go like more in depth with it. Maybe like other books that I don't really like care about. That sounds so mean, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like other books that I don't necessarily think will, you know, change my entire life. I might, you know, just shove them in a reading vlog. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but other books I feel like that, or if they're like really long, or I feel like I wanna, maybe they're part of like the series, could be really like there's another book, it's called like The City of Gods and Monsters. It's such a thick book, and immediately when I first started reading it, I'm like, I want to discuss this. So I might just start doing that. What am I ranting about? Wait, I just had an idea. What I could do was see for these books, I could include it in a reading vlog with other books, right? And have that version be, you know, spoiler free, just me simply being like, these are the themes, some quotes I like, aspects I like about the book, whatever. I could do that and then have its own designated reading vlog. Guys, look at this. It's okay, it's only one page. At least it's not a misprint, that's fine. Another power outage. It's okay. It's okay. I've been deeply saddened by my video quality, so I decided to flip my camera, so I'm using the back camera. But I don't know how this is going to look. So this is just a test. You guys, this is definitely going to take some time getting used to because I just turned it around and this was just trained on my eyes because it was so close to my face. The entire video you could see my bra strap, which I'm sorry about, that is annoying me, and I would have noticed it was running the other way. And I keep looking at the ground because it's so weird to just stare at it. It's like I'm staring at little eyes and it's disturbing. We compare that quality to like this one. Do you see what I'm saying? Like I feel like it looks better. I want to read this tonight. My heart feels heavy. Why does that sound so dramatic? Good morning and welcome to Thursday, whatever the date is today. Again, I'm really missing my iPad because I just almost checked to see the time and I can't because I can't believe it's actually like dead. That's okay. So this is my food that I'm eating right now. So it's, yeah, just a bagel with cream cheese and then avocado on top of it. My favorite bagel in the entire world is just a blueberry bagel. A blueberry bagel with cream cheese, that's like the best thing. But there was like half an avocado in the fridge and I put half an avocado on like I split it into like 4 sections and then each one little section goes on each bagel. And I was like, well, I don't like things being wasted. So So I was like, well, looks like I'm going to be eating this because this is also really good. This is like the second best bagel, in my opinion. Now, I have kind of been pretty quiet over the past few days, which is something that, to be blatantly honest, it's not really something that I do. Even, you know, just with my family and stuff, I've just been very silent and just have been really sitting in silence. I haven't been journaling because I haven't felt like getting out my thoughts. But what I will be doing is my makeup and just talk to you about things because I just had a very hit me like a train kind of thought. Yeah, I was in pain. I'm just me casually just eating this, just literally minding my business. This thought zinged through my mind, right? Okay. Do you know those? Okay, when I had TikTok, something that I would always get, this was before the last week, right? I used to always get these like future things. You know, it's like, don't be crying over him because while you're crying over him, he's with his new girl. And then I was just sitting there, minding my business, eating my bagel, you know. Look, I'm literally eating on my bed. This is like a privilege. And I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, how pathetic. You are thinking about this man and he's not thinking about you. And I'm just like, and I was like, oh, that's right. Immediately not hungry. So I'm forcing myself to sit here and eat this. Eating food is so important. Eating nourishing food is so important. Eating nutritious meals is so important because if you don't have food, then you won't have the necessary energy you'll need to get through the day. And you don't want to be passing out. It's 1:11. Yeah, I'm doing my makeup and I guess I'm just going to talk with you guys. I don't know what to talk about, but I feel like this weekly vlog so far has been quite short because I don't even think I even said anything yesterday. If I did, I can't remember what I said. You know, oh yeah, yesterday my exercise was just pacing around my kitchen. But the reason why I was pacing around instead of walking on the treadmill was because there was a storm and the power kept going off and then going back on again. So I'm like, imagine if I'm running on the treadmill. Okay, I'm running on the treadmill and the power just stops and the treadmill shuts off and then I'm in the middle of sprinting and then I just crash into the wall. You know, so I was thinking about that and I'm like, okay, well, that's not an idea. And then I didn't want to be running outside because I'm like, the ground is slippery, so imagine I'm running and then I slip over and then I skid onto the road and get run over. Imagine that happens. So I was like, okay, what can I do? I can't go swimming. I was gonna go swimming and sometimes I would just swim if it's raining, but then I was like, okay, there's actually lightning and do I want to be electrocuted? No. So I was like, okay, what can I do? I'm like, I don't want to do any YouTube workouts because my phone is too small to do it. And I normally, when I would do my home workouts, like by watching someone do a workout, I'd watch it on my iPad. But I can't do that anymore. So it's like, literally, what can I do? I started off by listening to music and just sort of like moving around a bit. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to my roots of walking, just round and round in circles. I did that until I felt better. I've also resorted back to using my other drink bottle now. Okay, guys, let's sit and yap while I do my makeup. Okay, ignore the toothpaste on my shirt. It's like a little annoying speck that's getting on my nose as well. Now, I would carry my makeup around in a box. My box broke. It broke, so instead I'm using this bag. This bag, which, you know what, this is where my hoarding pays off because I got this when I was maybe 6 or 7 at the Easter show. Yeah, it was the the BFF Forever show bag. The show bags used to be so good because it was just jam-packed with stuff. I don't have the picture of the actual bag, but I know that was part of the show bag. And I have a picture of that. I'm never going to use this for anything else, so right now it's just storing my makeup. Inside it, we have this little mirror, which is... Oh, look! There's you! You can see my roots coming back. Don't look. Daphne from Scooby-Doo vibes. Guys, I miss Scooby-Doo. Okay, but the only thing I love about my box was that everything was all laid out neatly. Like, in there, that's a disaster. It's a disaster. I'm starting off with this moisturizing day cream. I'm only going to put in a little tiny bit of this because I already moisturized my face this morning. Whoops, just as I said, I'm going to put a little bit, then a lot comes out. Anyways, I really need to remember that if people are meant to be in your life, they will. You know, because things work in very mysterious ways. And all my evidence from my own personal experience, I put way too much of this stuff on. And I also need more of it. So I shouldn't be like just excessively using the product because I'm running out of it and that stuff is expensive. So what was I talking about? Oh, this is what happens. I talk and then I get sidetracked and I then forget what I'm talking about. Oh, that's right. From my personal experience, there have been people in my life who have been in my life and then they're no longer in my life. And do I even want to do makeup? Sometimes I actually love putting makeup. And other times I just want to like snap my fingers and it'll be put on. But I also don't like the feel of it on my hands. Now I don't want to say anything. Now I just don't want to talk at all. Do you think I'm destined to be alone? Okay, but I know that it might sound dramatic. And every single time I bring this up to people, they're like, no. But I genuinely think that perhaps maybe I am meant to be alone. Hang on, what's next in my makeup routine? The best foundation in the entire world is this NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. The best foundation in the entire world, but this stuff is very expensive. So at the time being, I got given this foundation, so I'm gonna use that. This is e.l.f. one. I put on a lot of... I believe in fate. I do. I feel like I keep flip-flopping around. I feel like I was like, no, fate doesn't exist, and then I'm like, no, but I believe in fate. I believe that it's just whatever's gonna make me feel better on the day. Some days I'm like, yeah, fate exists, whatever. Anyways, my current thing is that fate does exist. Fate has introduced me to everyone. I think also especially considering, okay, I'm gonna tell you this funny story. It's not funny, but I think it will be funny. It's a boy's story, and the only reason I'm telling you this is because I guarantee you this man does not remember me. He doesn't remember who I am. Because, yeah, he just would not remember who I am. Whatever. But our entire interaction, I know it sounds ridiculous, but I genuinely feel like it was fated. Okay, I sound ridiculous, but... Ooh. Guys, I think the lighting is making this foundation look weird. But I feel like our interaction was faded. And like the thing is, because our interaction was so faded, like it's not like I'm about to like, it's not possible for me to just randomly like run into this man, you know? It's not possible for me to like ever randomly see him on the street because our interaction the first time was just so like faded, like 1 in a million. It was so random how we met. Like it was just like basically literally 1 in a million. Like just the timing of everything. It's just that's why I just think the interaction was faded, because because if I had literally not even looked his way, if he had not even looked my way, if I had literally been like a meter away, I would have not even seen this man at all. Whatever. And it's weird when you think about how many of your situations and how many things you do that impact your life, because if you just didn't make that one decision, like if I decided that I wasn't going to be doing my makeup, I wouldn't be talking to you about this, but I feel like it's going to be healing for me to discuss this. Here I'm like, oh, I'm never going to see him again. And sometimes I need to like sit with myself and be like, well, you have the means to talk to him, but you're not. So like, is he really your soulmate then? Because I like to think that if I was in the presence of my soulmate and I had access and I could just easily message him in like 2 seconds, I feel like if it was my soulmate, there'd be no hesitation, I just would. If someone is meant for me, and because our interaction the first time was literally fate, there were so many other instances that I can't get into, but like why I think it was fate. I think I sound delusional. I think I need more foundation. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like if we actually are meant to be, then it will just be. We'll see each other again. Anyways, I'm kind of telling you about this because I just have this feeling, this very weird feeling. Also, I want to talk about this. So my iPad, right? It died. I had that weird feeling like, oh, may it come back on? No. Basically, my iPad is not dead per se, but the display is. So everything underneath my iPad is completely fine, but the top half, the display, is broken. So the man who helped me at the Apple store, he just said that if this had happened within like 2 years of me having it, they would have given me an entirely free replacement, because it's just like the display is broken. So technically, like, because everything else underneath it is still alive and working, it's just the screen won't turn on. So I'm like, oh, it is making me read more though, because I don't have my iPad. I cannot watch my silly little shows, my silly little movies. I cannot watch my YouTube videos. Well, I can. I watch my YouTube videos on my laptop, but it's not the same. It's very hard to cart around a laptop that dies really fast, because it's got to be like basically on charge like at all times. Anyways, what was I getting at? Oh yeah, but I kind of had a feeling, I was like, oh, is it kind of like it's not going to turn back on? But I got a weird feeling, because the weird feeling was the fact that even though it was technically dead, it's still alive underneath that, whatever. Same thing with like the tarot readers on TikTok when I had it last week, and then I deleted it again. I don't have TikTok again. I'm not going to. Last night I almost downloaded it and I was like, no, why would you re-download TikTok? No. But on TikTok, right, all the tarot readers were telling me that, you know, expect an incoming call letter. And then on Saturday night, I got that prank call, which we deduced was just a random prank call on no caller ID. And it was someone who blasted Fiend. So we deduce that it's not anyone I know, because no one I know would do something like that. No one would. Oh, I knew, like, the fact that they were saying that the call was gonna come in, and then that was the call. I was like, I don't know, but I kind of had this like weird feeling, and I feel like it's weird because, okay, when I was like 17, I used to be like, someone's scratching at my door. Oh, and foundation was, oh, I feel like this foundation is far too orange at the moment. But I have this like really weird feeling, and I don't know if it's just because secretly that's what I want to happen, but then also I don't want it to happen. Don't mind me, just my toxic trait is putting makeup on my pajamas. Just keep blending. I'm gonna randomly see him again, and I don't know how that's possible. Like, I genuinely do not know how that's possible for me to like randomly see him. It's like the same level as, I guess, an asteroid coming down right now and just like as I'm just sitting here doing this. Like, that's the kind of like level of like how rare it would be for me to randomly see the guy. But for whatever reason, I'm like, I'm going to see this guy again. I'm like, I'm not gonna randomly see him. And you know what? If I do randomly see him, I'm gonna run and hide. That's what I'm gonna do. It's like, I don't even want to see him, because if I do, I will run and hide. Everything's weird. Everything's weird. I don't know what to do.
I have botched this makeup so bad.
Maybe I haven't botched this. Also, I'm putting my fan on really gently just for a little tiny bit. This is the best powder. It looks like that. I'm turning the fan off because it's making my eyes water. But then other times I am convinced something's gonna happen and then it just doesn't. So I'm like, well, I can't even really trust myself, because like sometimes my intuition is right and then other times it's just like, it's just wrong. Okay, if I do randomly see this man out, I will say, we should have a saying. I'll be like, flying purple people. Oh no, what's that song? Flying purple people eater? Yeah, that's what I'll say if I randomly see this man. Because I'm not going to. I don't know why, I just got like a really weird feeling that like I was going to see this guy. But I'm not. It's in my healing era. I'm in my healing era, and yeah. Okay, I've got to try to fix this makeup. I want to listen to my audiobook while I do it. And yeah, okay, I'll see you soon.
This is how my makeup ended up looking up. Also, I haven't reviewed what I edited in the last clip, so sorry.
I'm reading Manacled again. Welcome to Friday the 31st of January. Today is the most exciting day ever, because guess what? I'm buying myself an iPad. I don't need it, but I want it. I was an iPad. I use that pretty much every second of every day. Which is why I think it died, but it's the cheapest one I can find. I didn't even know she was there.
Yeah, and this is the only footage I got of my whereabouts of, you know, leaving the house.
This is what I ended up getting. I'm kidding. See, you guys, this is why I love having a job. I always think about this, right? But imagine if I had a child. I'm 19. I know several people who've already had children, and like people in my life who like are no longer 19, but like when they were 19, they were already on their like 5th kid. I think I might burst into tears. My other one had way more storage than this one, but I'm like, well, this is literally the cheapest one that they have available, so like, I'm getting it. I also think this is the one that I have, but like, I think it's the same one. It's just like less storage. This is a terrible unboxing. Oh yes, a new charger, because all my chargers get stolen and seem to go missing. So that's good. It feels very delicate in my hand. Oh my god, it literally is the same size. Maybe I can just use my old case. Wait, sorry. I mean, the Apple guy literally tried, and if he can't do it, then I can't. Okay. Oh my god, look how, that has never been touched. Look how bright that little, it's like a little mirror. Look at that. Wait, I think it's supposed to be really, I was gonna say that's supposed to be really satisfying. I don't think it is. Guys, look, that has never been touched by a human hand before. Wait, I'm scared. I'm scared to touch this. Hang on. now I'm scared. Oh wait, it needs to be put on charge, doesn't it? If I close my eyes, this is literally just my old iPad. Except it's not, because I don't have iCloud. Well, I don't want to have iCloud on it. I only have iCloud for some things. But like, guys, I could actually cry. I'm so less storage, but it's the exact same one. I feel ridiculous. I really do. But like, when I say I'm an iPad kid, like, I genuinely am. And I think it's because like, I wasn't an iPad kid when I was an actual kid. I'm getting emotional. I'm getting emotional over this. I need some nerves. Wait, this could be satisfying. Okay, no, it wasn't. Never mind. Guys, this is so exciting. I think it just made a sound. Oh, it's already 58%. Press home to open. Oh, this is so exciting. Do you remember how I said nothing was carrying over? Literally, I don't know what happened, but I was like, I don't even have iCloud attached to this, but yet everything has transferred over. This is basically my exact same iPad. Like, let me tell you what the last screenshot I have is. See, the last thing I watched was, I screenshotted this, right? Because that's the audiobook I was listening to. Monday, the 13th of January. So every single thing is saved. So that's really weird because I swear I did not have this attached to iCloud. Not the statistics screenshots.
This is what I'm talking about when I was crying.
Because people just don't get it.
I'm just mass deleting things. Like, I do not need 1,000 screenshots. Like, why do I have a screenshot of this book? This is the Mind movie. I don't even want to know. Like, that was when I was in my unhinged era. What is this? Oh, this was a fancy Clash of Clans thing. No, I don't need to keep that. I don't even know what I'm deleting, but like, I don't need it, whatever it is. I don't even want to know. Fresh starts. Like, that is actually insane. I got the cheapest one. That's the amount of storage on this. It's very therapeutic and freeing, deleting everything, because it's like I don't need 1,000. I've got 1,000 screenshots of the exact same book, and it's like I don't need that. I've got so many random screenshots that I don't need. I'm just like mass deleting things. The Magnolia Parks books. I do not need that.
I just saw this little old man. He was in the bike lane. He was bike riding in the bike lane, and he had on one of those little security vests, or one of those visibility ones, so people would see him. He had his bike on the lowest setting, as you can see, because he was pedaling so fast, but he wasn't going very far.
This is actually the most delicious soup, or one of them, and something caramel, coffee, whatever.
I love adding gems to my going out looks. It's the way, even though I use makeup wipes, I always wake up with sparkles on my face. Also, this was the least amount I vlogged. Like, literally, this is all I Yeah, I didn't remember this, but yeah.
That's the end of my weekly vlog. I don't know why I rarely ever film whenever I go out, because I went out both Saturday and Sunday nights. Like, those are 2 nights where I could have got like, I went to multiple places, so I could have got so much, and then I didn't, because I always forget. And I see other people filming, there's always flashes on, people are always filming. I swear, I'm literally in a million people's videos, a million people's photos, and I don't take them myself. And I'm just like, so next time I go out, it's gonna be my birthday, and I will try to get something, because all you get is like a brief little thing of what I look like before, and then after, maybe some like random things I take videos. But I'm just like,